From the Lewis Brown Athletic Center here on the campus of Rutgers University, it's the finals of the Greater Middlesex Conference Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. Good evening, this is Jimmy Allinder. I'm being joined by Phil Hill, and we have basketball for you tonight, and we have a lot of it, as a matter of fact. We're going to have another game tomorrow night, but in the first game, this game we're going to be seeing, it's the East Brunswick girls meeting Piscataway. And we must tell you that even though we're broadcasting right now, tomorrow night you're going to see the East Brunswick boys versus the Piscataway Chiefs. Okay. This is an all East Brunswick and Piscataway. What are your general thoughts about these two teams being here?
The Chiefs and the Bears, first time in the history of the tournament, Middlesex County tournament and the GMC tournament, that two teams from the same school have been in the final. So this is a historic moment.
Right.
We're going to have a lot of fun. Great basketball. The township of East Brunswick certainly has to be proud. They have performed admirably all through the tournament. And to get to the finals, we'll talk about the girls first.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be in the finals here. If we go back some, we talk about the fact we've heard anywhere from they lost from 70 to 78% of their scoring efforts when they lost Courtney Bloor and Katie Wheeling and Colleen King. And we knew they had Kristen Breen coming back, but we weren't sure what else. We knew they had Amy Hansen, another senior, coming back. But to do what they have done, Jim, is just miraculous. And I tell you, Reggie Carney won 4 titles at Hoffman, came to the finals here 3 times, but I think this year may have been his best coaching job. He will tell you coaching had nothing to do with it, that it's the youngsters. They just dug deep, and that's why they're here. But Reggie Carney probably has done his best coaching job this year.
Well, Mr. Hill, I think you've answered all my questions. But, let's more about this East Brunswick girls team. They've come in to this season, and they've been very successful with Kristen, the county's leading scorer, being the dominant point production person for the Bears. And then witness the game in which that got them here, the 43-40 victory over Bishop R. There was more distribution of scoring. What team does East Brunswick have to be on the court tonight in order to beat Piscataway?
I think, first of all, they got to be a defensive team. They got to be a defensive team. They got to be prepared to stop Asia Jones, the 6'2 freshman, sensational freshman. But they got to be a balanced team as well. Reggie Carney's been trying to move them to this point all year to make sure that they have the proper balance. They had that. Kristen Breen scored only 6 points, two 3-pointers against Bishop R. But Jill Kenny stepped up. Jill Kenny stepped up and scored 10 points. You had Nikki McBride doing her regular work. Amy Hansen came back, her 3rd game back, and as if she never skipped a beat. Gio Oreo playing some great defense and being very tough on the boards, and Liz Cannon coming in and contributing as well. So the balance is what made the difference. But I'll tell you something about Kristen Breen. Kristen Breen only scored 6 points in that Bishop R game. But the defining moment was with about a minute 29 seconds. She dribbled the ball all the way down the court on the right-hand side and somehow found Jill Kenny open with the score 38-37, Bishop R moving in on him, and Jill Kenny put that basket down. And that's the sign of an excellent player. When she's not scoring herself, didn't attempt a shot the second half. She was able to find one of her partners open at a key time.
Okay. Phil, just one other general thing in our broadcasting through the years. I think it's fair to say that the rival for East Brunswick has been J.P. Stevens, but wouldn't you agree now that Piscataway has sort of taken over that role as being the chief rival for East Brunswick?
I'll tell you this, if anyone doesn't think Piscataway is the chief rival now in everything, not just in basketball, but you got the boys in the final against the Chiefs. Football, we remember the tremendous rivalry Piscataway had with the Bears, and Piscataway knocked off the track team in a dual meet.
Girls track.
Right, the first time in 11 years. Right, so this is their chief rival. Pardon the pun, chief rival, but this is their chief rival, and it's a great rivalry. It's been a clean one, hard-fought one, and an enjoyable one each time they've gotten together.
Right, and certainly these games that we're going to be seeing add to that enjoyment and the fierceness of the rivalry. So we're very pleased you can be with us at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. We're going to be seeing the East Brunswick girls versus the Piscataway Chiefs in the first game, the Greater Middlesex Conference Finals, and we will be back with the tip-off in just a moment. Okay, we are back at the rack for the opening tip-off of this GMC girls final between East Brunswick and Piscataway. Phil, I know you had a couple of things you want to say about Piscataway before we begin.
And also about Letitia Papania,
Right.
who's been playing super ball. I think things really started for the Bears when they beat Piscataway in East Brunswick. Letitia Papania played a great defensive game, and she's going to have to come up with a great defensive game today against Asia Jones. She will get help, but she's going to have to help. She's going to have to do the job on Jones. I think the Bears will be content to let Piscataway shoot from the outside, but they're not going to let them beat them down low with Jones.
Okay. Papania will be jumping center for East Brunswick. Jones, the imposing 6'2 freshman, just well-developed already, very polished, jumping for Piscataway. And there we go. East Brunswick controls. This is McBride. Misses, however.
I'll tell you, and right away, one of the things you see the Bears are going to do, they're not going to shy away from Jones. They're going to take the ball right at her. If she blocks it, she blocks it. If not, she's going to foul. They're going to try to get her in foul trouble early on.
Jamie Chen for Piscataway. Almost loses it. It's picked up by Fields. Fields to Guarneri. Intercepted by East Brunswick. This is Breen taking it inside on Chen.
I'll tell you, a great crossover dribble by Kristen Breen.
Breen opens up the scoring for East Brunswick.
So East Brunswick out to a 2-0 lead. Fields with the ball for Piscataway. Cross court to Jamie Chen. Fields looking inside for Jones.
And the Bears are in the man-to-man.
And we're going to have our first jump ball of the game between, excuse me, not jump ball. This is a possession arrow. And the ball will go out to Piscataway. And we were listening to Reggie Carney. He wanted the Chiefs to be forced to shoot from the outside. Thus far, he's been successful. Chen inbounds the ball to Guarneri, cross court to Fields, but she loses it. A little too hard on that pass.
Okay. And you look at Piscataway, this is a young team. Probably the advantage that the Bears have is that they've been to the rack the last 3 years, this being the 4th year, so they're used to it. Piscataway a little younger.
There's East Brunswick successfully pressing that, breaking the press. Hansen gives to Breen. She directs things. Amy Hansen with it, being covered by Jones. This is Jill Kenny. Breen down low with Jones. They're still looking for her. This is McBride. Stolen, though. Guarneri had her hand in there. Stolen back, though, by East Brunswick.
I'll tell you, Nikki McBride with the quick hands.
Long pass to McBride. A lot of tip passes.
Well, you're seeing two great defensive teams, Jim. Both teams pride themselves on defense.
Guarneri from three-point range and
way
finds
off.
Nothing.
I'll tell you, way off. What they did is they ran at her and threw her off, and she didn't even hit metal there.
Well, as we know, in front of a large crowd at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center, nerves always play a part, at least in the opening tap.
Okay, a zone press right now.
And you see that zone working. Another errant pass. A lot of mistakes in the early going. We have our first substitution for Piscataway. Jennifer Franklin, number 12.
Jennifer Franklin has entered the game.
And Bev Hall wanted to talk to Guarneri to calm her down.
Franklin with the ball. This is Chen, back to Fields. Inside to Jones. Boy, they collapsed on her.
Collapsed it. Not two, not three, but four people.
Green, and it's stolen. Fields, gonna take it herself. With a left-hander, she ties the score.
Rokia Fields, a 5'5" junior.
With the steal in the basket.
McBride by herself in the corner. Misses everything now, shot.
And Jones.
And it'll be East Brunswick possession this time.
Okay, we talked about it last time these two teams played, how Jones didn't mind diving to the floor there. And
East Brunswick possession.
She has a 6'2" frame down on the floor right then and there.
Piscataway. She replaces Tony Hart.
All right. This is East Brunswick inbounds. McBride. Breen has her first three-point opportunity.
Oh!
And it's nothing but net.
I'll tell you.
Breen.
And you like to see that.
I'll tell you, her 41st of the year. She's 5 behind Kara Monaseski for the record for a single season.
East Brunswick 5-2. We have 5:11 left in this first period. And the ball goes off of Franklin's hand, and Breen going one-on-one with Jones.
Oh!
Stuffed.
I'll tell you. We said it before, Jim, that the Bears aren't going to shy away from Jones, but when you don't shy away, you run that risk there. A nice clean block by Asia Jones.
Okay, McBride looking for anybody. Gets it inside. Bears lucky to get that out. Breen again, she takes over.
And both teams playing great defense right now.
Amy Hansen. Back to Breen. She's thinking about it. This is McBride. Papania. Back to a lot of movement.
Great.
Shot by Hansen, just doesn't go.
Okay.
She tried to hurry it, but that's Jones' presence.
That's Jones' presence exactly.
Fields gets it up the corner to Chen. 5-2 East Brunswick, 4:17 left to go in period one. Still in the feeling out process, actually. Fields by herself. That shot won't go. Guarneri won't go. Jones, and she's fouled.
She drew the foul. Didn't have a shot really, Jim, but just sort of went up and hoped that she would draw the foul, and that she did.
And she's going to go to the line shooting too. The foul is going to be called on who?
The East Brunswick foul charged to Kristen Breen.
Okay, that's Kristen Breen.
And
picks up her first foul.
For the Bears.
You take a look at Asia Jones at the
East
foul
Brunswick,
line there, a
43 is
6'2"
Liz
freshman. And if Teresa Gretz isn't at her doorstep every morning, I wouldn't be surprised. Because before she's done, Jim, she's going to have every school in the country trying to get her services.
And it's not a shooting foul, interestingly, Phil. All right, we have 24.
24, Jenna Gumbos has come on for Piscataway.
Jones with the rebound, still won't go. And who gets it? Breen comes down with it.
And Guarneri gets a hand on it.
Jamie Chen. All right, Guarneri. Long shot. Again, it won't go. And again, they're forcing him outside.
And once again, Kristen Breen comes up with the rebound.
This is exactly the way East Brunswick wanted this game to go.
What is happening is they're forcing them outside and they're having them shoot from a distance. Therefore, the ball bounces out further, keeping it away from Jones.
Pass almost gets away. There's Breen cutting inside. Puts it up a little strong on the glass. Guarneri looking down court for Piscataway. Cross court. This is Gombos inside to Jones, and still won't go, but Guarneri with a strong rebound. We have a whistle, though, and I think they're going to call Guarneri over the top.
I'll tell you, an early good sign. The Bears picking up where they left off with Jen Clementi, creating havoc for Asia Jones. Jones can't do a whole lot down below. And you got to believe Jones is a little winded right now and sort of asked to come out.
Right.
But the Bears are doing a yeoman's job on her down below. Collapsing on her, will not let her get the shot off. If they're going to beat the Bears, they're going to have to beat them from the outside.
Now, we haven't had a lot of scoring in this first period. 2:51 to go. East Brunswick 5-2 over Piscataway. There's a long court down to Liz Cannon, who's in the game. Gio Oriel by herself, a little strong. That's the adrenaline.
Ooh.
And we have a tie-up. Piscataway will have the possession.
That's Guarneri with the takedown of Cannon.
Phil, East Brunswick missing a couple of inside opportunities that could have extended this lead.
Both teams are missing opportunities. I think they're going to settle down.
Fields will bring up the ball. A lot of replacements for Piscataway. Chen looking over the Guarneri on the outside. That's Gombos. Won't go. And East ball tapped off of Piscataway, so East Brunswick will retain possession.
I'll tell you, the guards coming up with an awful lot of rebounds on the defensive board. Breen, and then now you see Nikki McBride.
There we have a press. Good down court pass to Cannon, who can take it by herself. Won't go. Who has it?
Okay.
Whoa.
I'll tell you. Cannon didn't see Gio Oriel over in the left-hand lane there. She was driving. If she looked up, she'd have saw Oriel, but nevertheless, the Chiefs take over.
And there you have another missed opportunity for the Bears.
And Jones coming back into the game.
Gombos will go out, and Piscataway will once again try to draw closer. 2 minutes left in period 1. 5-2 East Brunswick. These are the finals of the Greater Middlesex Conference Girls Tournament. Inside to Jones, turns around, and she's hitting just nothing but rim so far.
And the same thing they did to Clemente, and if they can keep that up, they're going to be sitting pretty.
Chen by herself, off the rim again. Piscataway using its height. Fields off the rim. Guarneri finally brings it home after about the 4th opportunity.
Lisa Guarneri, 5'4" sophomore, putting it down. They gave the Chiefs with zone pressure.
And East Brunswick breaks it, but they're trapped.
Ooh, mercy.
Calls Guarneri on the foul. That's her second.
Guarneri's just a sophomore, rather aggressive there. Gave a shot to Nikki McBride. McBride seems to be all right. She's going out to take a rest.
With that basket, Piscataway draws to a 5-4 score. Has been a lot of scoring, as we mentioned. Green has all 5 points for East Brunswick. And here comes the breakout. That's Cannon. This is Hansen. Kenny, she's going to be caught for walking.
Shuffled her feet just a little bit. Down underneath the trees there, wasn't quite sure where to go, and just shuffled her feet. And the Bears with some pressure right now.
Here's the press now on them. Jones comes up to meet it. Franklin brings it up for Piscataway. Cross court to Fields. This is Chen. Jennifer Franklin. Chen on Breen on her. Stolen by Cannon. And Piscataway recovers.
Oh, good move.
Wow.
Just won't go down.
Cannon with a little arm pressure there, but referee let it go. 30 seconds left in the quarter, first period. Chen inside Fields. A lot of cross-court movement. Franklin. And who do we have a foul on? If it's on Breen, that's her second.
I'll tell you, almost identical moves as Cannon. Going down, doing the spin, and putting it up. Both shots went in and bounced out.
Now they're going to call that on Jill Kenny. But Jennifer Franklin will go to the line. It's a 2-shot foul.
Take a look at Jennifer Franklin. She's a 5'4" freshman, averaging 7.1 points per game.
Franklin shooting 2.
Franklin, the freshman, sinks her first, so we're tied at 5-5. Shot number 2 finds nothing but net, and Piscataway takes its first lead, 6-5. Ball is up to Jill Kenny, back to Breen. Let's go.
Ooh.
And it hits the net. Piscataway has somebody down court.
I didn't see her on the outlet.
6 seconds, 5. Gombos with the shot, and it goes in. And that's going to do it.
Jana Gombos coming up with a big basket here.
With that basket, Piscataway takes an 8-5 lead, and East Brunswick held it for most of that quarter, Phil, but Piscataway getting a little comfortable. All right, we're going to go down to Reggie Carney and see what he has to say.
You can't leave her all alone. Then somebody else has got to get there. All right, now, down this end, if we can make a layup, we'd be fine. All right? They are getting tired already, but we've got to relax enough to make a layup. On the offensive end, get into motion and go from there because we're not running anything. We're just standing around, all right? Not that we're scared, but we're not executing anything. We're just not getting it done down that end. Rebounding, we're fine. Everything else, we're fine, but we're not getting it done at the offensive end. Don't start leaving people wide open for set shots. Come on, keep it up. Let's go. Come on, 2-on-1, let's score. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Okay, Reggie pointed out the fact that the Chiefs are able to break on them, and they shouldn't be able to do that. He's clearly right. They are wearing the Chiefs out. They look a little more tired than the Bears. The Bears just have to sink their baskets.
But
on one hand,
correct.
He wants them to rush it, to take it to them, but you got to be in control enough to make sure your basket goes.
All right. Kenny by herself underneath. Oriel can't find the handle on it.
Again, running
Another
into
turnover.
Jones.
Franklin with the ball. Looking for the ball, but it goes underneath Jones's arm, so it's a steal. Oriole. Hanson to Jill Kenny. Give to Breen. There's Liz Cannon. This is Gio Oriole, and she hits.
And Gio Oriole coming up with a big basket.
That was Giovanna Oriole.
And the score is 8-7 here in the second period with 7 minutes remaining.
And Gio just a sophomore herself.
Piscataway holding on to a 1-point lead, and they have the ball. Pass inside. Boy, they're on her.
Traveling.
They traveling. Call.
I'll tell you what, they're totally frustrating Asia Jones right now. And Asia Jones hasn't scored, and we're in the second quarter here, and hasn't really come close to scoring.
15 is Nikki McBride. And 34, Letitia Papania.
Okay.
More substitutions now. East Brunswick will bring back Papania. Ball down court to Kenny. Can't keep up with it.
And you see the Bears are still sticking to the game plan to try to push the ball at them, get the ball down court very quickly. Don't let them set up for their defense.
Fields will bring it up. Guarneri looking for the pick here. Chen inside to Jones, turns around, and it still won't go. Guarneri, I think, is over the top, and if it is, that is her third foul.
And I tell you that Lisa Guarneri is, again, the super soft for the Chiefs there, an integral part of the team there, and if they take her out, you're losing a very valuable player, certainly advantage for the Bears.
Indeed she is. Lisa Guarneri is kind of the glue for this team.
She averages 9 points per game.
Bounce pass in to Kenny, gives it to Hanson, up to Breen. She might be trapped, no, but she gets the ball over. Breen with it by herself. She Brown Jones, stuffed, but I think a foul's going to be called.
On Jones.
Yes. First one.
And it's only the first one, but again, that's the idea, take it to her.
You're looking at the county's leading scorer, Kristen Breen.
And Kristen Breen, just a sensational player, having a terrific senior year. And we talked about it before, Jim. She's been here 4 times, and
that has to bear out in this game somehow.
Well, Kristen Breen is even as a sophomore, when we saw her, appeared to be very calm and in control here. And she's been the leader for these Bears this year, and just a sensational young player.
Piscataway sends in number 24, Jenna Gumbos. She replaces Chen.
And I tell you, Breen is a lady too.
Breen at the line.
You like to watch these young ladies' demeanor away from the court. Just a lady.
All right, Breen with 2 shots here. She can bring her team even with Piscataway. And hits the first one, so the score is now 8-8.
Okay, Breen with 5 points.
This one can put East Brunswick up. And she hits it. Cool as ice. And East Brunswick now leads 9-8 with the pressure.
Okay, full court pressure by the Bears.
6:29 left in the second period. This game between East Brunswick and Piscataway is on the rack court for the GMC championship. Inside to Jones, collapsed, and stolen again. Boy, what a job they're doing on her.
A super job.
McBride brings it up to Hanson inside. She kicks it out to Kenny. Kenny with it. Could have called a double dribble on that, Phil. And then now they call a foul.
Okay.
There was definitely a double dribble on East Brunswick that time.
At Piscataway, foul charge to number 12, Jennifer Franklin, her first personal foul. That's the 5th team foul for the Chiefs.
That's the 5th team foul for Piscataway.
Bears only 2 team fouls.
Breen's going to inbounds the ball. Who's open? Hanson takes it. And she tries to get it to Breen. She does. Being guarded inside. Beautiful shot by Hanson.
I'll tell you, the veteran, Amy Hanson.
11-8 East Brunswick.
Amy Hanson, they lead 11.
Knocked out. Are they going to call a foul?
McBride reaching from behind there.
Well, Nikki had the right idea. She tried to knock the ball forward.
I'll tell you what you see happening, though, are the veterans taking over here. Amy McBride and Kristen Breen, like I said, they've been here several times before, and I think that experience may make the difference, Jim.
Okay, I believe 33. Is that Yolanda Singletary?
Shayna Scott.
Shayna Scott, I'm sorry.
Samantha Scott.
Okay. Piscataway looks inside. That's Scott. To Fields. Puts it up. Won't go. Piscataway is cold.
Once again, Breen with the rebound.
Big pass to Jill Kenny. Kenny is looking to take it in, but no, she takes the intelligent decision. Papania shoots. Won't go. Kept alive. Who has it? There is Franklin by herself.
Oh, wow.
A little strong.
I'll tell you, give that.
Whoa. Can't believe a foul was not called on that.
I'll tell you, give that no basket.
Oh, they call Kristen Breen on the foul.
They called her on the traveling, but give that no basket to Chiefs, to Kristen Breen, tearing down the court to get in the lane, blocking off the Piscataway shooter, and which threw her off.
Inside to Shanna Scott, and stolen by Breen, but it goes out of bounds. I have to tell you, Kristen Breen was clobbered on that last play. They will be looking inside, Will Piscataway. Chen looks it, and there it is. There's Jones.
And that's her first two.
And it makes the score 11-10, East Brunswick over Piscataway. 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Breen with the ball, takes it up herself. That breaks the press. Cross court long to McBride.
Three.
Won't go, but Hanson with the rebound. McBride again.
Three.
No, air ball this time. Breen tries to save it. What do we got?
Stepped out of bounds.
All right.
Okay, I think the Bears are rushing the shots a little bit. They're open, but they're rushing the shots.
Jones has it, gives it to Fields, who has an open lane here, but it goes off the rim. Scott with the rebound. And she puts it up and back in.
Shanta Scott, anytime you get scored from her, it's a plus. She only averages 3 points a game.
Piscataway back out on top, 12-11. Breen steps on the line. Piscataway will get back possession.
You got Cannon and Gio Oriole coming back in the game as Hanson and Jill Kenny take a rest.
Well, there is definitely ebb and flow to this game, Phil. East Brunswick on top, then Piscataway, then East Brunswick again, and now Piscataway with the 12-11 lead. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second period of this GMC final here at the rack. Chen checks things over. Fields gets it inside to Scott, surrounded. And that is something that the Piscataway Chiefs have not figured out quite yet.
Well, Bev Hall going to the big bodies down below, putting Shanna Scott in, who's 5'10", along with Jones, and hoping to get double low post players.
Franklin, long. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She hit, and it's a three-pointer. And it's 15-11.
And that's 5 points for the freshman.
Oreo.
The Bears got to move it.
They're going to call her traveling.
I'll tell you, one characteristic there. Usually the Bears are moving the ball there.
First time Piscataway has been able to break that press.
Running the risk of getting a 10-second call and just lost the composure a bit.
Inbounds to Jones. This is Fields. Back to Franklin. Over to Chen. Good movement now. And then I think they're going to catch Papania underneath.
Papania on the reach in there.
Excuse me, Papania. She picks up her first foul, and that is the fourth team foul for East Brunswick.
East Brunswick foul is on number 34, Letitia Papania.
Again, Piscataway has tried to get that pass underneath.
Team foul for the Bears.
That's a good foul by Papania.
Whoa. Nice one by Franklin. And now it's 17-11. Piscataway on a bit of a run here.
I'll tell you.
This press is starting to affect East Brunswick somewhat. Inside, and I think the ball's lost. Jump ball, and Piscataway gets possession. So this has been a dry spell for the East Brunswick Bears.
And the Chiefs have turned up the defensive intensity, Jim, and it has resulted in a couple turnovers.
Phil, in the first game between these two teams, East Brunswick had a similar dry run, did they not? Not quite as accentuated, but nonetheless.
12 minutes and 54 seconds. You won't see any of that here.
All right, Piscataway looking to extend its lead, 17-11 right now. 2:50 left to go in this first half. looking for the right shot. Look how far out Jones is. Chen goes off her foot, and who has it? Oriole picks it up.
I'll tell you, good hustle.
Hansen, no, backs off. Oriole comes up to the side.
Oh, and she's hammered.
Nailed.
Shanta Scott hammered it at Gio Oriole.
All right, so Gio Oriole, the sophomore, will go to the line, shooting 2.
And Gio Oriole, the 5'9" sophomore, has been doing the job all year. Came up with a big 11 rebounds in the quarterfinals against South Brunswick, and just has played a steady game all year.
Oriole makes the first shot. 17-12. Piscataway with a 5-point lead. Oriole will try to bring it down to 4. And she does.
And that's her fourth.
Score is 17-13.
Back on for Piscataway.
2:25 left to go in the second period. And another steal by East Brunswick. Long pass to Breen. Being guarded by Chen. What are they going to call?
Offensive foul.
Kind of a late
I'll tell you. Breen did lose her balance, but so did the defender there. The defender didn't appear to have position there.
I'll tell you, I've seen
Reggie Carney glaring over.
I've seen people with better position than that be
I think the
charged
fact
with
that
blocking.
she lost her balance is one of the reasons they called it. But
what do we have here? Timeout, I guess, is called by Bev Hall.
Bev Hall calling timeout there.
Taken by Piscataway.
All right, so we have a timeout here with 2:16 left to go in the second period of this GMC final between East Brunswick and Piscataway. Piscataway 7-13, and we'll get down to Reggie right now.
Offensively, with 2:16 to go, we have 11 points in the half. That's scary, okay? All right, that's just not good enough. We're not getting into any kind of flow down there. Nobody's taking charge, all right? Get into your motion, run something. On your transition, all you need is a dribble move, change of direction, and you're slopping that ball all over the world right here, right now. Just relax and take it to them. You guys can beat somebody in the open court, do it. There's no need for all these misses and everything else going on. Come on, you can get the job done. Now remember, if they break fist, you're a man-to-man, so get back to the paint quick. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
February 28th.
Okay, Jim, and again, he's pointing out they're just being a little impatient, a little sloppy there, and just played her game. He's not telling them to change anything. He wants them to play their game, but they got to make the shots.
I can't help but go back to those missed opportunities in the first quarter anyway, and East Brunswick can play better on the offensive end. So this is Piscataway with the 17-13 lead. Inside to Jones, but she's blocked out. Takes the shot anyway, and it won't go, but shots with Scott with the rebound. East Brunswick finally gets it.
I'll tell you, Gio Oriole's toes very close to the line.
Hansen bringing it up. Excuse me, that's Jill Kenny. That's Hansen. Phil, you got the feeling that Breen has to get more into the offensive flow here, but she's being guarded by Jamie Chen inside.
Oh, she dipped the shoulder.
Wow.
No call either way.
All right, 1:25. Scott. This is Gombos inside to Jones, excuse me. Still won't go.
I'll tell you, Gio Oriole leaning on her.
Nick Bride looking for the opening. This is Hansen underneath. Oriole has it. Blocked. Was it, Phil? I don't even know if it was
Jones got
blocked.
a piece of, got her hand on it.
This is Fields down court. She's going to try to go inside on Breen. Kristen has to watch it. She has 2 fouls. Gombos to Fields again. There's inside. Good collapse, but a good pass off that time. East Brunswick somehow comes up with it.
I'll tell you, again, just in her face.
Boy, they are playing super defense. I'll have to admit that.
Defense.
If only they could connect on the offensive side, East Brunswick would be out front. 30 seconds left to go, almost stolen. East Brunswick's going to want to try to get this shot off. Breen. Hansen down to 20 seconds. East Brunswick probably holding for the last shot. Hansen takes it in.
That's Kenny.
And it won't, excuse me, I'm sorry. 14 seconds. And Piscataway's gonna have to hustle a little bit here. Fields
Just throwing it up.
Right. Oh, that's a tough one right there.
Tony Hart coming down with the rebound and putting it up.
That's a tough basket at the end of this half. And with that, Piscataway extends its margin to 19-13. We're done with one half of basketball. What do you think, Phil?
I'll tell you this here. The Bears are down 19-13 right now, but probably played one of the better halves of defensive basketball that they've played in a long time. It's just that offensively, they haven't put it together, Jim. Jones has been an intimidating force on defense for the Chiefs, yet she hasn't been able to get anything except for 2 points on offense. So the Bears are doing an excellent job on defense. They just got to settle down and get some of their offensive baskets to fall.
All right, we have Kristen Breen with 7 points to lead the scoring, and then Gio Oreo with 4, Amy Hansen 2, 13 points for East Brunswick in this half, and that has been it. So we're going to be looking for more offensive production in the second half. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. The score, Piscataway 19, East Brunswick 13 at the RAC GMC Finals, and we will be back in a moment. Okay, we are about ready to begin the second half of the GMC Girls Final here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. Piscataway holding on to a 19-13 lead. Phil, your thoughts on that first half once again?
Again, just if you told us that Piscataway would be held to 19 points, you figured for the half, you figured the Bears would be in pretty good stead. So what is happening? Both teams are playing some excellent defense here this evening, but again, the Bears have done a super job defensively on Piscataway, particularly on their main job, stopping Asia Jones. They just haven't been able to get some of the easy baskets to go down for themselves.
By the way, we invite you to tune in tomorrow night, where we're going to give you the second half of this doubleheader that's being played this afternoon at the RAC. The East Brunswick boys will play the Piscataway Chiefs.
Okay, into Papania.
All right, so we're begin here. Kenny with the ball. East Brunswick going to try to rotate its offense a little bit more cleanly. McBride inside. That is Hansen. McBride with an open 3, and she hits.
Okay.
Good way to start the quarter.
And I'm sure Reggie told him, listen, settle down. That's all we want to do. We got the ability to make these baskets, settle down, and make them.
So it's 19-16. East Brunswick draws closer. We are underway in the third quarter. Chen to Guarneri. This is Scott. Stolen by Breen. Kristen brings the ball up.
I'll tell you, she does it all.
On the corner. Stolen, though, but stolen back by East Brunswick.
Quick hands there today, Jim, on both sides of the ball.
Phil, I look for Kristen Breen to get more of a presence here in the offense. There she is. Guarded closely, though. Kenny. I get those two confused. I apologize. Breen now shoots. Off the rim. And Breen stolen. Good steal.
Papania.
Blocked, though, by Jones.
I'll tell you.
Guarneri brings it up. Bounce pass to Chen. But look at Breen in there, huh? Wow.
I'll tell you, there may have been a better defensive effort by two opposing teams in a game, but I can't remember when.
Both teams scrapping, and I think actually, Phil, the girls are taking their cue from the boys. They played the same way in that upset over Colonia. Inside to Jones, four people on her. There's Guarneri from the foul line and gets a good bounce.
Guarneri gets the basket for Piscataway.
And it's 21-16.
And the Bears content to stay with that strategy, make them hit
Pressure.
the outside shot.
Hansen gives it to Breen. Kristen gets around Jones, though. Takes it in. And
Shanty Scott fouled her. And Breen will go to the line to shoot two. And last time these two teams got together, Breen shot 10 of 13 from the foul line.
First team foul.
Made 16 points overall.
Right. Was a decisive factor. Okay, Kristen Breen will go to the line now. And she sinks the first one.
Okay, her 7th point.
3 for 3 from the line so far. 21-17. Goes off the rim this time, so the score is 21-17 with 6 minutes left in the third period. Piscataway holding on to that lead. Jones, the center, brings it up. Long cross court to Chen. She drives the middle, puts it up, and she gets a roll.
And they're starting to get the touch right now.
Well, this is what they're going to have to do, Phil.
Jamie Chen.
Chen picks up her first points, and look at the hands by Piscataway. Boy, a great defensive play. Papania is by herself.
Trying to control the ball.
And it's a nice shot. Puts it in.
Letitia Papania.
23-19. And this game starts to heat up a little bit. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Fields on the far side.
They're still in man-to-man.
There's Jones with it. Collapsed. Ball goes off the rim, and Papania takes it right out of her hands. Fine effort.
And here come the Bears.
Kenny up the middle. Bounce pass. Oh, won't go. Hansen. Now there's a long pass to Guarneri. Kristen Green.
Oh, mercy.
Picks her pocket. I'm surprised the foul wasn't called on that one.
And here comes Green.
Whoa.
Oh, foul.
Was her position established, Phil? Twice Kristen's been the victim of that.
I'll tell you, some exciting ball here, wall to wall.
Well, it's all in the eyes of the official, really.
It's all in the eyes of the official. The chief prepared to have position here. And Green driving down did draw the offensive foul.
Number 30, Tony Hart.
So with Piscataway leading 23-19, we have 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the third period here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. If you've joined us, this has been a defensive game all the way. Gums, who's now in the game. This is Lisa Guarneri. Jones is out of there, Phil. Long one by Chen, goes off everything. Hart. Who comes up with it? Green. Steals. Hansen.
Oh, mercy, stolen.
I can't keep track of this. Guarneri behind the back.
Too many hands.
Chen now with it. Lisa Guarneri. Hart tries to move on Papania, can't do. Gums with the shot. Wow,
Gombos.
She puts it in.
I'll tell you, Gombos.
Gombos.
Janet
And
Gombos.
it's 25-19. Piscataway back out to that 6-point lead. East Brunswick methodically brings it up.
And the Chiefs putting some pressure on.
That's Breen with it. Back to McBride. McBride drives, and she gets the foul.
I'll tell you, nice drive by McBride.
And I think they're going to catch Franklin on that one. And if it is, it's her second foul.
And we take a look at Nikki McBride there, and Nikki McBride has been a player all year, averaging 9.5 points per game. She had 23 points in the first round against J.P. Stevens, and had 10 points against Piscataway the last time they played them.
All righty, McBride has 2 shots here. And hits the first one.
McBride, a 5'7" junior.
And it's 25-20, Piscataway. Cannon and Oriole are back in for East Brunswick. Second shot by McBride is good.
And number 43.
And it's 25-21, and again, a 4-point lead for the Chiefs. Franklin brings it up, gives it to Guarneri. Being guarded by McBride. Chen, that's Hansen on her. Excuse me, that's Liz Cannon.
And you're right, Asia Jones getting a well-deserved rest right now, so she'll be coming back in pretty soon. Pretty fresh.
She's at the scorer's bench. Who are they going to call it on? Gio Oriole? Getting her hand in there. Kristen Breen has played this entire game for East Brunswick, Phil. And
Oriole commits the foul. Her
Right.
first. East Brunswick's second team foul. 32. Jones back.
it's only
in
the second
game.
team foul for East Brunswick. Both teams only have 2 team
Right.
fouls. Guarneri, Jones back in.
Along with 23, Rokaya Fields.
This is Gombos. She has 2 baskets inside to Jones, collapsed. And again,
And I'll tell you,
won't go.
They are doing the job, and Jones, you can look for Jones to get frustrated pretty soon because every time she turns to the basket. 2, 3, and 4 players are on her.
Cannon has an opportunity. Bounce passes it to Papanea. There's Breen by herself. And she hits the 3.
That's her second 3.
And we have a 1-point game, 25-24. Piscataway holding on to a 1-point lead. Fields, bounce passes, goes through Jones's legs, and another turnover.
And not the type of pass you want to give to somebody of Jones' stature. She's got to go down low for the ball. And with her 6'2" frame, a bit much.
East Brunswick with an opportunity to take the lead now. Press in the middle, Oriole. Gets it to Cannon. Cannon goes to the hoop. Oh, and another offensive
I'll tell you, that one I don't agree. Chin appeared to be moving her feet. Certainly appeared to be backing up there, and tough call.
Jamie Chen is sort of making a specialty out of getting in front of people. And I think she was the beneficiary of a good call on that one. Nonetheless, Piscataway will take over with a 1-point lead. 2:19 left to go in the third period, 25-24. And Piscataway will try to set up. Gombos gives to Guarneri. Chen, guarded by Breen. Chen, almost stolen by Breen. Put back in her face and won't go.
Oh,
Jones with a strong rebound.
I'll tell you, you knew she was it's going to happen sooner or later. A 3-point effort there. She's been around the boards, been getting the ball and going up, hasn't been able to put it down due to the defensive pressure.
Is that on? Sorry, it's on 43.
For the basket.
And you take a look at Asia Jones. I said before that.
Foul is on Breen, Phil.
That's her fourth.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
That's a tough call. And Kristen's going to have to go out of the game.
Christian has played a super game on all over the floor.
Asia Jones, rather, at the line.
I mentioned about Jones at Teresa Grintz, keeping an eye on Jones, and why not, Jim? She has all the tools.
So Jones sinks that, so strategically,
Brunswick, number 12,
this game is in a crucial moment for the Bears, because without Kristen Breen in there, they're a huge part of their offense and the ability to get the ball up on the press.
1:48 of the third quarter, Breen had to go out with 4 fouls. We'll keep an eye on things.
This is a tough juncture right here. They got to get it across. And McBride is successful. Cannon. Quite frankly, if East Brunswick can hold even with Piscataway without Kristen in there, I think they're doing something.
They don't want them to extend the lead. That's a good point until Kristen can get back in there.
Oriole gets inside, puts it up,
Ooh.
and she puts it in. Oh, they're going to call her for traveling. Well,
I'll tell you.
Tough call.
Traveling was the call.
Minute 10 left to go in the third quarter. 28-24 Piscataway. Guarneri, she gets the inside, but she's blocked. And they're going to call a hacking foul, I believe, on McBride.
I think you're right. Okay, it is on McBride.
That foul is on Nikki McBride. It's her second.
That would be East Brunswick's fifth team foul.
East Brunswick.
And I believe the Bears are going to call a timeout. Yeah, Reggie knows the importance of this last minute 8 seconds.
He wants them not to extend their lead there. If they can stay here until they get Breen back in, they'll be fine.
Okay, let's go down and talk to Reggie.
All right, coming down, we're going to run down. All right, Nikki, hit that jumper off of it. Jill, you're the point. All right, Liz, you're going out to be the passer. Nikki, you're running off of it. Okay, now, down this end, let's go blitz match to see what they're going to do against it, all right? So we're in blitz down this end right now. Everybody, come on, got to be tough right now. Don't let it go above 4. All right, defense, 1, 2, 3, defense, let's go.
Okay, you heard it, Jim. Don't let it go above 4. He wants to keep it right where it is. If he can keep it right where it is, buy some time, get Breen back into the game, and they can play their game.
So there's a minute left. Minute 8, actually, left to go in the third quarter. Piscataway with a 28-24 lead. Guarneri is going to go to the line, I believe, to shoot 2.
Lisa Guarneri is at the line, shooting 2.
First one is good.
Okay. 5-4 soft. Lisa Guarneri will have her around for several years.
Good on the second. Now it's a 30-24 lead.
And the Chiefs are pressing, but the Bears can handle it. All the Bear players are pretty good ball handlers, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, Papanea looks for somebody to get open. Jill Kenny, just the sophomore, is with the ball. That's Liz Cannon. 49 seconds. Underneath.
Hanson.
Won't go. East Brunswick just can't get that ball to bounce the right way on that layup. 40 seconds left to go. In the corner. Jones, a little long, but Guarneri gets it. She can't get it, but
Okay.
finally East Brunswick has 28 seconds and with which to do something. Cannon's open underneath. A little long on it, and the presence of Jones probably helped that along.
And they appear to pick up the tempo. Looks like the Chiefs want to run a little bit.
Chen gives it off. Fields going to let go to 3, and nothing.
Cannon down
4
the
seconds.
rebound.
Kenny doesn't realize it, but I don't think she's not going to get this one off.
And Reggie's saying, hey, you got to know what the time is. Okay.
All right, so that's the end of the third quarter. East Brunswick down by 6 points, 30-24. Not quite what Reggie wanted that period to end.
They only got the 2 points on the free throw, so they didn't let them do anything else offensively from the field.
All right, so let's go down and listen to Reggie Carney.
And take a fadeaway, okay? Defensively, remember, for the moment, we're in blitz right now. Don't be running around chasing people over where we're in blitz for right now, okay? Get the job done, and we're in a matchup. We're in a blitz matchup. Now, down this end, we got to finish off. Get Liz quick, no fouls again. Okay? Now, you've got to be out here the whole fourth quarter. You don't come near anybody. All right, we're in blitz for a little bit so they don't have somebody going after Kristen. Let's go, come on. Come on, you got to make a stand right now. It's time to win the game. Win, 1, 2, 3, win.
Okay, it's time to win the game, and you heard his instruction to Kristen Breen. You got to stay out here. You don't go near anybody. He knows if the Bears expect to win this game, they got to have Kristen Breen in the game.
And that's precisely the point. That's how important she is to the East Brunswick cause. Piscataway will inbounds the ball to begin this fourth quarter. Rokaya Fields with the ball. This is Jamie Chen. Franklin inside, knocked away.
Nice job by McBride. And again, like magnets, anytime he goes into Asia Jones, they're just sagging, collapsing back on her.
The freshman center for Piscataway with just 5 points this afternoon. Guarneri has it inside and won't go, but Jones gets the rebound.
And just muscles it up and able to draw the foul.
McBride, I think, was the one that was the recipient of that foul, and if it is, it's her third.
Nikki McBride commits the foul, her third.
And Jones had 20 points the last time these two teams got together.
East Brunswick. Asia Jones at the line for 2.
First one is sunk by the freshman.
And I watched her at Middlesex County College. She dribbles the ball, shoots with either hand, and great composure for a freshman.
And Piscataway extending this lead via the foul line. 8-point lead now, 32-24. That's their biggest. Papania in the middle. Papanea. Jill Kenny. Breen gives it to Kenny. East Brunswick needs to make up this 8-point deficit now. Breen has it by herself.
Ooh, and she's hammered. Oh, they called travel. I'll tell you, the outside official called it right in front of Reggie, and Reggie's steaming.
Not much you can do about that. Again, it's the referee's decision. So East Brunswick loses another opportunity. Guarneri gives to Franklin. Piscataway can afford to pass around. Guarneri has it by herself, and she hits it. Big bucket there.
8 points for Guarneri.
And Reggie's going to call timeout. don't think his players heard it, but that was a big bucket. Now they can't let this game get away. It's 34-24.
10-point lead. And
6:45 left in the fourth quarter, and we're going to have to see what Reggie has to say about this.
This would have been fine if we attempted to play it, but apparently we've given up. We let Guarneri sneak under that basket. Nobody even touched her. We've got to go man to man. We've got to win the game. You don't quite understand that yet. You don't understand that. You're not doing anything aggressively to win the game. We're just feeling sorry for ourselves. It's time to go and play your game for 7 minutes and win the thing. We got to go now. Let's go. Win. 1, 2, 3, win.
Phil, I can't help but thinking that some remembrances of the last 3 appearances by this team are starting to come to Reggie's frustration.
Probably so. The thing about it is they have the ability. They've beaten this team before, and again, just a little bit out of sync. He's telling them to be more aggressive. Of course, the team has to, yet Breen can't, and it's a tough situation right now. But they've come back before. They have that type of ability. They can put up those threes.
All right, Breen gets it in. This is Hansen. Inside to Kristen Breen. She's going to have to do it. Drives inside, gets fouled by Guarneri. I believe that's her 4th.
I'll tell you, a lot of guts for Kristen Breen to drive and to go in there. Having been called for an offensive foul, I believe twice there, to take that chance there. It was pretty gutsy there. She'll go to the foul line to shoot too. Kristen Breen, just an outstanding athlete.
Guarneri with 4 fouls. Breen will be shooting 2 and makes the first one calmly.
One shot coming.
Breen, a all-state shortstop for the baseball team.
She leads East Brunswick with 12 points now and makes the second. She is 5 for 6 from the foul line. Score 34-26, 6:30 left to go. Here's the press again, and they get it across finally.
10 seconds.
Stolen. McBride. Almost. Breen somehow gets onto it. Opportunity for Hansen.
Oh.
Good rebound by Papania. Papania. Good effort there by the Bears. Probably the best of the half, actually.
No doubt about it. Letitia Papania, 5'11" junior, going to the line there, and she has done a super job defensively today, as she did the last time these two teams played.
Franklin picks up that foul. That's her 3rd.
Letitia only averaging 3.5 points per game, but needs those foul shots right here.
Rather unorthodox jump shot for Letitia. A referee looking for I believe, a towel. Not quite sure what he wants, Phil.
He's talking to security. I don't know what that's about.
All right, Papania will have a second of a 2-shot foul. She missed the first and misses the second one as well. But Breen comes up with it, and she's going to go to the basket. She's stuffed.
Jones. Jeez. All right, we got a jump ball here, and it will be the Bears ball.
Good stuff by Jones.
What a force, Jones.
But you can't blame Breen for going up,
She's got to go up with it.
Yeah. All right. Give to McBride. Kenny almost loses it. Wow, she's fouled, and I think that's a 1-on-1 now.
Not quite, Jim.
Fields picks up her first foul, 7th team foul.
It's her first. And the 5th.
I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. 5th team foul. East Brunswick looking to narrow that margin to 6. Drive inside. Kenny has an inside lane, and it goes in.
Jill Kenny.
And the score is 34-28. 5:40 left to go. Pressure by East Brunswick. Kenny, long pass to Chen. She might have a shot here.
Oh!
Jones won't go.
And Papania with the rebound, and she gets fouled.
Jones with the foul. 6th team foul. So both teams will be in the bonus situation on the next foul opportunity. And Piscataway, I think, is going to call a timeout here. I think Bev Hall senses, Phil, that this game could be slipping from them if they don't do something.
From them. Bev Hall, veteran coach, has been there for 9 years. And she's battled head-to-head with Reggie too many times there. And doesn't want to take any chances. But let's see what Reggie has to say.
All right, come all the way out to the corner, give it some room, all right? On black, just remember to get back. If they break it, get back so they're not getting the 2-on-1, because what will happen is, even if they miss the layup, she's stuck against Jones. So they're gonna get the putback, okay? Now, if we score, all right, let's drop back to half court this time. If we score, all right? Now, finish it off, let's go, come on. All right, again. We got tons of time, but we got to keep playing this way. Keep taking it tough. We can do it. Win. 1, 2, 3, win. Come on.
Okay, 5:28 left. Reggie mentioned that if they score, they're going to drop back to the half court. They don't want to take off any unnecessary time off that clock by fooling around, pressuring them. Piscataway is quick enough to get by them anyway.
How important a possession is this right now, Phil?
I think it's a very important possession. They score here, that puts them down 4 points again.
But there is a lot of time left. Reggie did mention that in the corner. Passing over. Breen gets it to Pepinea in the corner to McBride. Breen again. Good passing by the Bears. Kenny. Pass inside, a little long though. And Guarneri kicks it up.
Okay.
Jones by herself. McBride had to foul on that, really.
The anticipation by the Piscataway crowd is as if she was going to dunk it. Going strong to the basket there. And again,
you know, the question remains, 6'2" freshman, is she going to grow more?
You have to think she is, Jim. You really do.
It is her fourth.
You have to think she will.
43.
And
you understand that.
well, let's put things in perspective here.
Yeah.
We won't even talk about freshmen. We saw Barbie Holland as a sophomore.
12,
we saw Erica Ware as a sophomore. We saw Courtney Bohr as a sophomore. And this young lady is a freshman. That gives you some perspective for things.
Well, she has 2 important foul shots here for Piscataway and sinks the first one. That's the thing that really strikes me with this freshman. She makes foul shots. She's really oblivious to the pressure. And the second one falls. So Piscataway has an 8-point lead, 36-28.
9 points for Jones.
Cannon gets to Pepinea.
Ooh, Jones!
Another strong block. Piscataway again can afford to take some time here. 4:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. 36-28, the Chiefs are ahead. Stolen.
Hanson.
She's ahead of the field.
Good movement. Oh, she took that step.
Yeah.
She took that step. No doubt about it.
That time it was obvious.
Guarneri back in for Piscataway.
Well, East Brunswick again misses an opportunity. Pressure is here.
Chen tripped up. She loses it.
And I think they're going to call Chen on the foul.
Foul on Hanson.
Right, and Chen comes up a little ginger on that.
Now they're in the 1-and-1, Jim.
Yep. So some important foul shots here for the Bears.
A foul charge to Jamie Chen, her first.
And you take a look at Amy Hanson going to the line, the 5'7" senior. It's been quite a year for her.
Jennifer Franklin comes back
Hanson
in
with
for
money.
Piscataway.
Nucleosis is out for several weeks.
Amy Hanson.
Came back, picked up right where she left off, and continues to be a valuable contributor. Finds herself in the finals here of the GMC.
Won't go on the 1-on-1 opportunity. Stolen, and Kristen Breen.
Breen with the steal and the basket.
36-30.
Full court pressure by the Bears.
We're under 4 minutes. Stolen again. This is Kenny by herself. Oh my gosh, but Breen's there.
Yes.
36 to 32.
And Bev Hall is calling a timeout here, Jim. Oh, and the crowd is on their feet.
Well, we got ourselves a game again.
I'll tell you.
3:37 left to go in the fourth quarter. 36 to 32. East Brunswick taking every opportunity it can to get back.
Defensive intensity, Jim.
All right, Reggie Carney, what do you have to say?
Keep playing the defense. Now, make sure you guys in the back, they're telegraphing every pass they throw. Step in front and steal it, then fill the lanes, okay? Keep reading their long pass. Guards, keep pressuring like you're doing, okay? Now, we can't ask for anything more than this, all right? It's now a 4-point game with 3:30 left. Finish them off. Let's go. Now, win now. Come on, win. 1, 2, 3, win. Finish them off.
Again, I think the real coach of Reggie Carney is coming out.
They're pumped up, Jim, and they believe they can do it. They're 4 points down, 3:37 left to go, and momentum is clearly with the Bears here.
Should be at the entrance to the media
Well,
room. All the all-conference
we have ourselves a great
coaches,
game.
Divisional winners should be at the
Piscataway
media room
inbounding, holding
right
on to the
now.
4-point lead. 3:30 left to go. Jones giving help here. They have to get it across the line.
Dribbles.
Guarneri.
And if you're the Chiefs, you want to make sure you take a good shot, take care of the ball and make sure you get a good shot.
Almost stolen. This is Chen. Guarneri gets it inside to Jones.
Oh!
And she makes that one finally.
Asia Jones.
38 to 32. Piscataway. 3 minutes left to go in the contest. This is the GMC final at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center here at Rutgers. Breen lets one go, won't find it. Jones comes down with the rebound.
And they call a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Oh!
Piscataway gets the possession arrow though, Phil.
The jump ball goes to Piscataway.
Jones falls off her hands. East Brunswick.
Okay, same thing for the Bears. You want to take care of the ball and make sure you take a good shot.
Cannon with it. Inside to Hansen. Back to Cannon. Drives the middle.
Yes!
Puts it in.
Liz Cannon.
38 to 34. Piscataway with a 4-point lead. They try to collapse on Jones. This is Chen. Gets it across. 2:15 left to go in the game. Crowd into it now.
Trapping defense.
Almost taken away. Guarneri to Chen. Looks inside for Jones, can't find her. There it is.
Oh! I'll tell you, Jones has come out with 11 second half points.
2 in a row for the freshmen. Big baskets they were. And it's 40 to 34. Green with it. Drives the right side. Goes in the middle. This is Pepinea. Won't go.
Jones.
Comes down. She's been really a dominant force
She's been a force the second half. 11 second half points and a bushel of rebounds.
See you guys later. Charlie, I'm right behind you.
And a foul by Liz Cannon.
1:24 left, Jim, and the Bears are down by 6.
124, you got it. And it's a 1-on-1 situation. Cannon really forced a foul there. And I believe East Brunswick's going to call a timeout.
Last foul was on Liz Cannon. Her second. East Brunswick takes the timeout.
All right, I don't know what Reggie Carney can say here, but the team has to keep its poise. Let's listen in.
And foul rather than letting them reverse the ball to get it in low. Tisha can't stop her. Right now, we can't play sag, okay? We can't play sag. So again, come out. If they go to that delay game, remember to trap it and look to foul, all right? Look to foul, okay? Right now, Nikki, in quick, get Jill. Yes. Up here, again, listen, up here, on the press. If we don't get the steal, look to foul. Let's stretch the game out with 1-and-1s. Stretch the game out. Gamble and go for the steal. If not, foul, send them to the line with 1-and-1s. Come on. Now, make sure we break the press, come down here and get a good shot. All right, win. 1, 2, 3, win. Come on.
A little bit of desperation in Reggie Carney's voice now. East Brunswick in a very difficult situation of having to force. And I think the thing, Phil, that we have to note is that Jones has been getting more opportunities inside because East Brunswick can't sag in on her. That worked very well. They've been forced to be more aggressive on the perimeter.
Okay, I think what you hear is urgency rather than desperation.
Okay.
For Fields.
All right, Rokhaya Fields with a 1-and-1. And doesn't go.
And big rebound by Breen again.
And they need a couple three-pointers, actually. McBride, Hanson, this is Cannon. She drives.
Oh,
stuffed.
Jones with a block. I'll tell you, and that block may tell it all, Jim.
Really, it was a great block. Cannon wasn't that close in either. So Aisha Jones will have another opportunity.
And I'll tell you, just you got to have a lot of respect for the young lady. We knew she was a force coming in. The Bears held her to 2 points the first half.
1-and-1.
She's exploded for 11 this half, and just has been a force.
And Jones calmly sinks it.
And she sinks foul shots, incredible.
So the score is 41-34 with 1:08 left to go in the game. Sinks the second one. 42-34, back up to the 8-point lead. East Brunswick needing points and needing them fast. Green with the ball. She's going to have to go up with a shot. They double team her though. Hanson. McBride kicks it out almost to Kristen Breen. Great defensive job here by Piscataway. East Brunswick really getting very little opportunity. There she goes.
Great. Short.
Off the rim. Fight for the rebound.
Ooh,
East Brunswick
all
gets
over
it
the place.
somehow. 35 seconds left to go. This will be a miraculous comeback if East Brunswick can do it.
And
Cannon. 42-36. 27 seconds left. And a foul by, I believe that's by McBride, and if it is, it's her fifth.
Okay, 26 seconds left, and Chiefs up by 6, going to the foul line.
Nikki McBride.
Jamie Chin.
Give credit to Aisha Jones, the freshman.
Just a marvelous performance, Jim, and we'll talk about it in a few seconds here, but Jamie Chin at the line right now to shoot 1-and-1. Chin, a 5'5" senior, and Chin has been the defensive stopper for the Bears all year.
And Nikki McBride
Nikki
exits
McBride
this game.
comes out to a well-deserved hand. Nikki McBride has played her heart out, played a great defensive game, and come up with 4 points today.
All right, Carney gets a full minute to insert the new player, and that is Jill Kenny.
And you look at Chin. Chin is the
21, Jill Kenny comes in for the Bears.
Chin is the only starter,
For Jamie
senior
Chin.
starter that this Chief team is losing.
Well, she has been excellent defensively tonight. And gets a roll. A lot of them tonight for the Chiefs, but make no mistake about it, this young team has really played like an experienced team. This is the second, sorry. Spoke a little too soon. That was a nice bounce. 44-36. 23 seconds left to go. To the middle. And we get a foul, I believe by Gombos. Jonna Gombos on the foul.
And
her first.
Jill Kenny going to the line, and we soon won't forget the job that she did in the semifinals against Bishop R, where she scored a team high 10 points.
Jana Gombos.
Gombos leaves the game.
A career high 10 points. And Asia
There
Jones
goes Asia
comes out.
Jones. Bill, I get the suspicion, not the suspicion, but the feeling that we're going to see a lot of this Piscataway team in the future in championship
2 shots
situations.
for Jill Kenny.
And we'll talk about the state tournament when we have an opportunity. Kenny makes the first. And that makes the score 44-37. Piscataway with the lead. And off the rim. And off chin.
I'll tell you.
So East Brunswick down by 7 points.
They haven't given up yet.
Right.
Haven't given up at all.
Whoops. Green somehow comes up with it. She shoots.
3. Oh.
Off of everything. And Piscataway will get possession with just 8 seconds left to go. This verdict is theirs now. Give credit to East Brunswick for a valiant charge to these GMC finals, but it was not meant to be. And what do we have here? It's Guarneri's going to go to the line. You look at this Piscataway team, Phil, and they are so talented in every facet of the game. Defensively, you got the freshmen which you can build around.
They have a bright future, no doubt about it. A very young team, a very talented team, and they have a superstar.
And there goes Jamie Chen. She gets a congratulations from Bev Hall.
1-1 for Guarneri.
Guarneri is at the line shooting a 1-on-1. And rolls off the rim. Breen, 1 second. And goes off the rim, and that'll do it. East Brunswick puts up a valiant fight, but nonetheless, Piscataway comes away with a 44-37 victory. Champions of the GMC. East Brunswick,
I'll tell you.
second place again, Phil.
Second place again, but a different story, Jim, this time. As I said at the top of the game, no one expected this team to be here. Other years, the last 3 years, they were favored to win the GMC Red Division. They were favored to win the GMC Tourney. This year, not the case. A total surprise for them to be here, and they've really done an outstanding job to get here. Reggie Carnier, I don't take it back. I believe one of his better coaching jobs, and yes, it's a bitter pill, but
and it's not over yet, because we're going to have another doubleheader for you.
We're going to have another doubleheader
in the Thursday, but we'll concentrate right now. You see GMC past president Charles King, principal of East Brunswick, about to award the plaques to the winning Chiefs as well as the runner-up Bears. You have a couple things to say, Phil?
I say if we can put the camera on Charlie King, because we won't be able to do a little bit later. Charlie King's going to be honored here at halftime, and they're presenting Charlie King with an award. Of course, Charlie King, the athletic director emeritus and presently the principal at East Brunswick High School, has been a powerful force behind the GMC and the GMC tournament for a number of years. Charlie is giving it up this year, and I can tell you he should be given a lot of credit for winning a Class A tourney. I've been to Passaic, and I've been to Monmouth and Mercer, and Middlesex County has one of the best tournaments there is.
Well, I'll chip in and add my 2 cents about Charlie King, because he's been very helpful to me through the years as well with the my sports writing for the Sentinel as well as our activities here. So a big thanks to Charlie for all the effort. So any further thoughts about, we should talk a little bit about the state tournament coming up, Phil. East Brunswick's going to be opening up with Middletown South next Thursday.
Right.
Good opportunity to see this team. It's not over for them yet, and conceivably, East Brunswick could also play Piscataway one more time.
They could play Piscataway one more time, and you can't mention Piscataway without mentioning Asia Jones. Just a marvelous performance in the second half, 13 second-half points, a bunch of rebounds, and a bunch of blocked shots. If you can't appreciate her effort, then you don't like basketball. As far as the Bears are concerned, Kristen Breen with a 17-point effort here. And again, the Bears just have done a marvelous job to find themselves in the finals this time.
Okay, well, that's going to do it this afternoon from the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. East Brunswick with the 44-37 loss to Piscataway brings their record to 21-3, Piscataway 21-2. So for Phil Hill, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.